pure, refreshing.
3. Beers. 3. Beers. 3. Men. 3 beers. 3 men. Beers. 3 beers. Men. 3 beers. Men. 3 beers. Men. 3 beers. Men.
Hey, now come on. Hang on now. Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. All right, then. Come on!
Beer is chilled now, and Ingrid serves it in the traditional manner, from a pitcher with a garland of greenery. Mmm. These guys find the kind of relaxation and release they need in a cold glass of beer. For them, only beer does it.
On your American beer is a little like making love in a canoe. Making love in a canoe? It's fucking close to water.
But now, if first you don't succeed, use a bottle opener. It's not a twist-off.
Folks, here's Bert's newest idea, the snap-top keg.
A fantastic idea. Stand back, Harry. Friends, this demonstrates that when you snap the top on a can of Peel's Real Draft, you get the same fresh, creamy beer that comes from this keg. Real draft beer.
Bert, how do you turn this off?
What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking a Blue Moon, Fat Tire, Sierra Nevada, Rolling Rock,
Sam Adams Summer Ale.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, Anchor Steam.
I'm drinking Arrogant Bastard.
The renaissance in beer in this country has been far beyond my own wildest dreams. Today, the United States has a bigger selection of beer than any other country in the world.
American.
Stop trying to make everybody happy. You're not beer.
Or a cold one. You mean that's beer?
Why aren't you singing our drinking song? I've forgotten the words.
Afternoon, everybody. Hey!
Norman?
How you doing, Norm? Cut the small talk and give me a beer.
pig was a mason jar, which is what they used to drink.
Okay, so does
alcohol
he come from?
in the-
Does he come
What?
from the Three Little Pigs?
No. That's
Or
just
this
what they
little
call
pig
the
he went to
mason
market? This little
mason
pig he went
jar.
home? Okay.
But this is from Russian River, award-winning brewery up in Santa Rosa, California. I had one from Russian River last week as well. They are wonderful beers if you can pick them up. I know they're hard to find outside of California, because they like to keep them regional to California. But if you can find any of their stuff, all their stuff is good.
Cool.
So this is their IPA, and it has been a while since I've had it, because I think it was like one of the first beers I had on our show way back when. So sure, guys.
You are an IPA.
No, Hawk, be nice.
Yeah, I know you don't like IPAs, Hawk. Oh,
No, I have them every now and then, but it's the estrogen level I'm worried about, so I don't partake very often.
You always say that, and I don't know about that, but I don't think it's as high as you think it is. But all right, why don't we go?
So,
getting higher though.
Since you're discussing it, Hawk, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, let's go over to the fridge and see what I got. Let's see here. I got coconut water. Got a cactus cooler. Oh, I've been saving this one for a special. This is a Mike's Hurricane Punch. Harder Hurricane Punch. It is a 8%. Woohoo!
There you go.
Yes, this sounds actually pretty good. We'll give it a quick taste here and see if it's going to be as good as I think it is. I got this at perfect temperature too, so it's a little bit icy. Yeah, I could drink that.
There you go. All right, so before I throw it back over to Cosmic, I'm going to introduce what I'm drinking tonight real quick.
Bong hit.
Oh, bong hit. I'm going to wait till intermission because I'm still catching up on pain medicine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
got
just
a double whammy going on.
I'm just smoking Lucky Strikes tonight, so.
You know, a couple of years ago on my birthday, I was given a gift. A smoking device. And the damn thing looks like a crack pipe, man.
Was it a steamroller or what?
It's one of these little glass.
Ah, okay, yeah. Pinch hitter.
Yeah. I have one.
Pinch hitter.
Yeah. But it looks like a damn.
Okay.
It looks like...
They do. In fact, I bet you could use it as one in a pinch.
But I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, me neither. I'm ripping on some Northern Lights here. That's pretty good.
It's a chat high because they're saying they're muted, and then Deplorable Farmer saying 5x5. Or
we did go live muted. This is all that pressure. Yep.
We went live muted. Oh my god.
Where did they
for about the first 30 seconds. Thankfully, TL Spud got my attention very quickly, and he's kind of our backup producer sometimes, and he caught me and warned me real quick, even before we got the mute gate stickers out there. So.
Okay. I just saw a couple of them.
I just wanted to show Pops. So Pops, I've got one similar to that, but it's a rubberoid base.
Right.
So it's got a glass bowl, but instead of up and then the pipe coming out, it's like yours. It's straight. So
I like that better though. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's straight, and then you pack it, and then you just puff on it, light it, and puff on it. So I'll be doing that during the intermission.
I think that's never get the hang of that. I got one of those from my daughter a ways back, and I can never get the hang of using that. So.
It's pretty simple. You put the fire at one end.
Yeah, it's kind of like rockets, right? Flamey end down, pointy end up. Right.
Yeah.
So, real
Yeah.
quick, Pops,
You
I just
put
want
the
to
lime
tell everybody what I'm drinking, and then we'll ask you what you're drinking, and then we'll go to Cosmic. But tonight I'm drinking something called Lucky Buddha. It's Lucky Buddha beer. It's an enlightened beer, and it's got a Buddha in the glass, which is really cool. So this is going to be one of those collectible bottles that doesn't leave my office forever. And
Oh,
it's
that
got
is a cool looking bottle.
Man, I want one of those. Will a dime fit in there?
I don't know. I don't know. A dime might fit in the top. A dime might fit in the top.
I think I've had that one on the show before.
I don't think
with
you
the
have.
three-dimensional Buddha, the two-dimensional
Yeah.
Buddha on the
Well,
bottom?
I've had that beer before, but it's been a while. But
And then
yeah.
the cap's got the Buddha on it as well, which was really cool. So it says Lucky Buddha. I'm going to make a hat pin out of it and put it up on one of my hats with all my other pins.
I could turn that bottle into a bong for you. I got the right Dremel trip for that.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yes.
But cheers, and let me taste it. We'll see what it tastes like.
I usually make the caps into magnets, refrigerator magnets.
Well, that's
Do
an
you have
interesting
supervision
taste.
when you're doing that?
Hi, Christy.
I don't know. It's an interesting taste. It's bottled in Hangzhou, Chon, Zhejiang, China.
Oh.
He said,
Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's safe.
LuckyDrinkCo.com. So if you guys want to look it up, it's LuckyDrinkCo.com. LuckyDrinkCo.com. And it's got it's two-dimensional Lucky Buddha. Then it's got the Buddha on the front, and then gold letters on the top here, and then the golden Buddha on the back. So it's a really cool bottle.
Dude,
And
I want one of those.
yeah, I'll go back when I go back to that beer center. I'll see if they have any more for you, and I'll pick a couple up.
I mean, you can drink the beer out of it. I just want one of those bottles.
The
Hey, Pops, I only bought the one for me because I'm not really an ale guy. I'm a stout man, tried and true. But yeah, it's an enlightened beer, so it is light. It's not fruity, although at first I thought I tasted a little bit of lemon, but it's not a fruity beer. It's more of like an ale, like a light ale.
Nice.
I was looking at it thinking it tasted kind of like maybe a Tsingtao, like a Heineken or something.
I'll be honest with you. It tastes like a light version, and I hate Heinekens, but it's a very light. It's a light lemony Vescent type, a very light version of like a Heineken
with a grassy
so like
finish.
An Amstel light.
Yeah, like an Amstel almost. It's got that Amstel-y kind of, yeah.
If I remember correctly, it had a grassy finish. It was like a really kind of like
like a lemongrass, almost like a lemongrass finish. Yeah, that may be what I'm tasting. The like it's a lemony, grassy kind of flavor.
Makes sense.
All right.
Yeah, it does. Actually, that's not bad. So that'll be my beer tonight. But we'll throw it over to Pops. What are you drinking tonight, good sir?
Well, it hasn't gotten here yet. We were doing a yard sale here today, and as soon as it got over, lady went, "Oh, she might be right now." Right, excuse me while the dogs go crazy. All right.
Make sure the dogs don't get the beer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not much of a beer guy, and I'm not much of a wine guy. I like tequila and Jägermeister and the occasional whiskey. So tonight I have a little bottle of whiskey just got here. I'm gonna get me a shot, and then I'm gonna join you guys.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know it's not cold.
Just be aware. Yeah, just be aware that you don't have to be drinking alcohol to join us. You could be watching. You could be alcohol free, and that would be fine too. And that's okay.
This is a special occasion, my friend.
It's a lot funner when you join us in the show and you drink alcohol. I like to think.
But you don't have to drink the alcohol to be here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, well,
Not
you
in the
don't
chat.
have to, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it can help. Yeah.
In the early part of the time zones in the world, it's already my birthday. I will be celebrating.
Oh, cool.
Guys, actually, September 2nd is my birthday, but as one of my Australian friends enlightened me just a little while ago, it's already my birthday. So,
Yep.
We do have Australians pop into the chat every now and then. So,
So yeah, in addition to everything else, this is Pop's birthday stream tonight.
Happy birthday, Pops!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. 61. 60 freaking 1 years old.
Oh, you got me by a year, brother. Got me by a year.
It's
not a competition.
It's three of us here that are
born
born within a year, though. Three of us here born within a year of each other.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Does anybody want to sign my petition? I want to, instead of doing a born on date, I think people should start celebrating the day they were conceived.
I was conceived in the
really where life started, right?
I was conceived in the 60s, but not born in the 60s. So
it'd be cooler if you were.
Missed it. I missed.
If you go with this conceived date celebration, you can have that, Norm. You can have it all.
I could. 1969 is when I was conceived.
So Norm, you're considered a Gen Xer, and Cosmic and I are considered boomers. And Hawk, I think you're a Gen Y or Gen Zer.
No, I'm not. I'm Gen X.
Yeah, I would assume he's a Gen Xer as well.
So we got two Gen Xers and two boomers. That's funny.
Yeah,
we're like the tail end of the boomers. So I feel, because I was a latchkey kid, I feel like I'm a Gen Xer, and I associate and relate to a lot of Gen X pop culture because that's the eras I grew up in. Like Cosmic and I were the tail end of that. So.
And for those of you who don't know what a latchkey kid is, that was the kids where both their parents were working and their parents weren't home and they got home from school. So they had a latch and a key and they let themselves in, So, and that was the first of it.
Heated metal keychains under our shirt.
Around your neck.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Right.
Why don't we get to what Cos is drinking? Because I'm sure he's thirsty.
I took the precaution of not waiting. So,
so why don't we, real quick, just to say hello to everybody out there, and we will get to you guys in the chats in a minute. Before I throw it to Cosmic, I just want to say that you guys are now experiencing something, and this is a new first for us. So you be aware that we are back on YouTube, and I'll let Cosmic take it from there. What are you drinking tonight, Cosmic?
All right. Well, since tonight's theme is madness, I am actually starting out with something called Hop Madness, which, actually comes from, let me get this. Oh, come on.
You're giving away no spoiler alerts.
Yeah, there's the tail end of the show. Too much pressure tonight. So I'm having something called Hop Madness. This is from Great Lakes. And of course, Great Lakes is the people we've talked about before who made the Burning River. Yeah, they're out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Al Capone. What other? I remember going to Cleveland and drinking their beers, and they had some pretty good beers.
Yeah, there's
this.
Hop Madness is actually a variety pack that has 4 things in it. And the one that I am having out of it tonight is a beer called Vibacious. It's a double IPA, 9%, 40 IBU. Sports Apollo, Cashmere, and Citra hops, according to the website. And it is most definitely not Reinheitsgebot, because in addition to barley, there's not only wheat, but oats in this too.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
I thought it was pretty good for our team. We were just talking about how we got 3 of us here in our about the same age. For all of us hippies from the 60s, from the website it says, keep the vibes right and the mood bright with a remarkably smooth double IPA packed with feel-good hop character. So, and yep.
You guys grew up as hippies. I grew up as a Central California skate punk. So
yeah, right.
I've always been a bird. So,
all right, should we get this party started?
Yeah. Let's get to the chat.
Let's go to Hooters. Let's go to Hooters, right?
Yeah.
Go to Hooters.
The bottle's green. Hold on, got to drop my background. Okay, there's my background off. Cheers, everybody.
Hey.
Let's get to
it begins.
Get to the chats. We got nobody over in Rumble.
Yeah. Real quick. Hold on, Norm. Pops, just so you're aware, we like to open the show talking to everybody and letting them know what we're drinking. And then we introduce ourselves. And then from there, we go into what everybody else is drinking in the chats. And then we get into our show. So I'm going to send it back over to Cosmic.
I got a couple quick bits of housekeeping here. First off, as Bruce mentioned, we are back on YouTube tonight. And a quick note regarding YouTube. We actually started out the show tonight live on both the new channel over at Madness Comic Network and at the old 3BeerMen channel, just in case any of our 36 old subscribers still had their notifications turned on. But right after we finish doing these introductions here, we're going to go ahead and drop the old channel, and we'll be exclusive after that on YouTube over at Madness Comic Network. There is a pinned link at the top of that stream if you're watching on the old channel. So if you're watching over there, Bitcoins and Beer, that's Norm, who dropped hello over there. But if anybody else is watching over there, pop over. The pinned comment has a link over to Madness Comic Network. And with that, we are going to go ahead and drop the YouTube feed right here, since I don't see anybody watching.
Bye, Beermen.
Madness
on YouTube.
We will still be on Madness Comic Network. So
head over to Madness.
Is that all the housekeeping? Because I need somebody to change the newspaper at the bottom of my bird cage. I prefer the Sunday comics.
We actually stopped subscribing to the newspaper a while back, and now we just have to use the junk mail. Sorry.
Indeed. Well, I did have one other quick introduction. So the reason why we're calling tonight's show Ascending into Madness is because, as I mentioned, we're joining the Madness Comic Network, which is a big step up for us, if not a giant leap, as well as a circle back of sorts, since we actually started this show on YouTube, D-Live and Twitch, all the way back in 2021. But shortly after we started the show was when the big YouTube purge happened, and most of the channels that the four of us had been watching on YouTube for years were unceremoniously canceled for talking about the election or COVID or some other verboten topic.
Or some laptop that didn't exist.
Or some laptop that didn't exist. Yeah, exactly. So being that we were less than 2 months old at that time, we made the decision to leave YouTube proactively. We only had 11 episodes up at that point, and we figured no sense building an audience there if they're just going to take it away anyway. But now, thanks to Madness Comic Network, we're not only back on YouTube, we're boldly going where no beer man has gone.
We knew YouTube would see it our way eventually.
Yeah, we already have Flip City Magazine joining us over on YouTube, so
we do.
Yes, and we'll probably have some other people from the network popping in saying hi. It is a Sunday night. It's a Labor Day weekend. People out having a good time. I'm usually more concerned about the replay viewers because we get lots of them. And also I like to, sometimes make shorts out of shows and use them as promotional tools to bring people back to watch a replay, right? Like I'll post a short and it'll have a little topic and they'll be like, but it'll leave them hanging maybe a little bit so that they have to click on that link and go find out what the heck we were talking about, right? Whatever you can do, whatever you can get people to watch.
Pops, I got to just say real quick, you are one hell of a promoter. You are you are definitely a marketer of every stature. I've listened to you on a couple of other shows, and you really know how to market people. And I love the fact that you do that yourself. And being a boomer myself, I'm an analog man in this digital world, and I'm still trying to figure shit out. So when I hear you, and you're a year older than me, and you're pushing this shit out, God bless you, brother. I'm still trying to figure it out.
And this coming from the guy who literally is known for bruising it.
Yep.
So if he admires your promotional skills, that's a real compliment.
But when I started doing this 5 years ago, though, I had no previous experience in any kind of marketing or anything. The only thing I had was a little bit of radio experience, which made this part easy, coming out talking to a camera, which is pretty much what it was in the beginning. I would just come out and show people the stuff I scored at the local comic store or something that I got in mail, right? That was how my experience here started. Before I knew it, I had some really heavyweight independent comic creators in my group, and I started promoting people like Brian Polito and Mike Barron, and before you know it, I was, I'm having fun now. But I don't want to derail how you run the show, man. Get these introductions. Yeah. Let's roll.
Yeah. Let's go to back to the chats, and anybody in the other chats that still has a YouTube account, please go over to that YouTube channel and subscribe and give a thumbs up there. Everything.
It's called Madness Comic Network. Madness Comic Network on YouTube. Go check it out, guys. Please like, subscribe, and ring that freaking bell.
And we
do get notifications.
We also have a Facebook group called the Madness Comic Network, and we also were on Twitch. I think it's called Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant. It's old. And also our Rumble channel is Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant. I never got into the Rumble Live. I was uploading videos like way back in the beginning. Probably got 1,000 videos up on our channel on Rumble, but I never got any play over there.
Yeah, we don't have anybody over there right now except for myself. But
I just couldn't get it. I think I got 38 followers. I got 1,000 videos over there, guys. I was like, I kind of got discouraged with that one and kind of quit wasting time. And I hate to say that because it is better now, but we're also looking at some other things. I'm talking to Cosmic. I didn't know anything about Pilled. So, this is something that we're thinking about, moving our whole network there too. So if you're not a YouTube guy, you don't have to come over here. We're going to come to you if I can make that happen, wherever you're at, Odyssey, wherever. I'm going to try to expand this thing even bigger than it is,
Speaking of Odyssey, I do want to say hi to my friends over there. We got Zom over there. And Salty Mad Jameson, good, and you're drinking water, Salty Mad Jameson. I see that. And Zom, flame on. Go ahead. Zom is a piece of work, but so there are my friends over there. Somebody else, go ahead and read the D Live. We got Deepak Kishore that jumped into Rumble. So
Deepak jumped into Rumble, and let's go ahead and shout out YouTube over on the Madness Comic Network as well. Deepak stopped in over there. TL popped over to say Spud was here, And of course, we mentioned Christy from Flip City Magazine, and of course, Bitcoins and Beer and Hang 10. That's that's Norm.
And that other one, there's another one there. There's another one there, John's Longbox, which is also a contributor to the network. We do his show on tonight, actually at 10 o'clock. We just pick a replay from his stuff because he does tons of stuff. So I just go over there on Saturday and go, okay, that looked good. I'm gonna replay that Sunday night. So John's a contributor, good dude. Go check out his YouTube channel, just like ours. Tons of good stuff.
Awesome.
I'm gonna plug people if I see them. I can't help it. That's what I do.
Please do. Please do.
Don't check out my YouTube channels. I haven't done anything with them for years, but if you want to just go see how embarrassing the Hang 10 one is and the Bitcoins and Beer when I get drunk and talk about Bitcoins from years ago before we started this channel, you can go ahead. It's kind of embarrassing now, but
yeah, my beginnings are pretty embarrassing too. I go back and watch like CromCon 2 and CromCon 3. Like, oh my God, I didn't have a professional StreamYard. It was like a blank background. There was nothing. I didn't know nothing. It was horrible. It was horrible.
That's funny. I have some of all of our old stuff lined up as part of introductions for later in the show. To kind of introduce ourselves to your audience and who we are and what we do. So I have some of Norm's old stuff, and I have some of Bruce's old stuff. So
you can go way back with mine, but yeah. Somebody else read off of our favorite. Well, one of our favorites.
Let's get over to D Live, one of our most faithful crew. And longest lasting. We were live on D Live from day one. And John Rogers was first in tonight, along with Bad Zoot, the only fan who has their own channel sticker. Willie Fixit, TL Spud, as I mentioned, who hopped over to YouTube. Amethyst Cat, who runs a great music and movie show over on D Live. Peggy Dancer. Val Kimber, Artist 61, who was a great guest on this show a ways back. Go back and check that one out. And a name that I don't recognize seeing before, Movie Duke. So welcome aboard, Movie Duke.
And can I read the Foxhole chat?
Yeah, go ahead. I just want to say something else about D-Live though before you do.
Good. Norm.
I lurk on Frank's show on D-Live when I'm working, and I see all of you over your Franklies, your fellow Franklies, and I've been watching Frank for longer than I can remember.
He was one of the shows that got banned from YouTube when we left.
Yeah, but it's nice to see you guys because you're all familiar to me from ways back, and I'm so happy that you joined us too. So just wanted to say that. So
indeed. And I did forget to mention TL Spud is drinking coffee, which being on the West Coast, he said is appropriate for this time of the day. And AC is drinking water.
Okay. So real quick, I'm going to run down the chats here at Foxhole. We had actually gotten raided by Drunk Pinata. Brother, thank you very much for the raid. We appreciate you. Not My Name, Willie Fixit, Drunk Pinata, Tinka, Spirit 554, Stella 17, Thong Chaser, Cisco Kid, Mama P. We got Chad Schrader, Chad Schroeder 17, Freedom Flyer, Help Us Chase, Help Me Chaz, I think. Help Me Chaz. Redbeard. Oh, Redbeard. Wow. Haven't seen Redbeard in like forever. CDU, Calamaro, Ghost Peppers out there. Jay Brewski, Granny 49. We got Draws 64, Drunk Pinata again. Music Man 75. Good to see you, brother. Tyrant Soar at SS Wrecked. All right. Adam A. Lady Fender Bender 3. We got Terry Mott. I don't recall 22. Tracy S. DJ Locker. Oh my God, just Jim's there. The Jab is there. Thumper Rose. Hey, Thumper. Osru. What's up, Osru? I saw him the other night with who was it? Oh, the other gentleman from why am I drawing a blank? The other Aussie who does a stream, Death by Rust. Death by Rust. They were out there talking around. Quintesson. We got Attitude. I love it. Lots of 23. Lofus 23. Happy Day 66. Mountain Dog Boy. Yo, bro. Good to see you out there. He rated us from Drunk Pinata's channel. Mountain Dog Boy is an old name from way back when with foxholepill.net. Doing his own thing, making things happen, and keeping people happy.
A lot of
good
these,
to see you out there.
A lot of these names have their own channels, and please go check out their channels on Pilled. Because a lot of them have been out there.
Drummer, Tommy Two Tone, TSC 90. See you on the flip side. I mean, there's so many people out there tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Spicoli, holy shit. When was the last time I saw Spicoli in the chats?
We are going to bring our network to you guys. Okay. We're going to.
Very cool.
We got so much stuff, guys. We're going to bring it to you. I promise.
That's awesome. That's awesome. There's still more people out there. Scooby-Doo, right? Blonde
Scooby-Doo, right, gave us a raid too, Bruce.
And gave us a cookie.
And gave us a cookie. Thank you. Wow. Oh, my God.
And
There's so many people out there. Thank you so much.
Blonde Lady Q. Gosh, there's so many. So many.
Tweak is in the house.
Oh,
Tweak just dropped 500 gold pills. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Mikey Baseball, brother. Hello, big boy. What's going on? Cap 1Q. Good to see you. Golden Crisp is out there. Spaz, brother. Oh, yeah. Booyah. Thank you. Mikey, good to see you, brother. Very good to see you. All right. So that's Pilled, and we're caught up on chat. So
I thought I
throw
saw
back to Cosmic because he's got a lot to get to.
Wait, Golden Chris, I haven't seen you forever. Good to see
you
right? out there. I mean, there's so many names out there I have not seen forever. It's good to see a lot of you out there. I mean, there's so many. I'm scrolling through
and Laura Dora just jumped in. Hey, Laura Dora.
That is amazing. Look, we're bringing our stuff to you guys, man. Just hang loose, man. Cosmic, we got to bring our stuff to them.
I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be fun. We're gonna blow this open wide, everybody. So let me throw it back to Cosmic because he's got some things to take care of. Some more.
All right. Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, we'll move into the first segment of the show, and real quick shout out over on YouTube. Voom. Said, is it beer men or beard men? We've been asked that before. So
a little bit of both.
It's both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
And Geekmen.
Yeah,
Geekmen is also in the chat over there, and that's another guy. That's another team that does shows on our network. So we'll be bringing you guys stuff from them too.
I've seen some of Geekmen Masters of the Thunder Nerds show, and it's I'm just learning the shows over on Madness myself, and there's a bunch of great stuff over there. So if you haven't gone over YouTube Madness Comic Network, subscribe, and you'll definitely watch some of the videos. You'll definitely enjoy it.
But wait, I heard they have a show about action figures, and I'm all about action figures.
Yes, it's called It's Freaking Figures, and it's on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Or no, wait, they changed that one to 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So on you West Coast people, that's easy on you. But it is a great show. They talk about action figure design and all kinds of stuff. Man, it's sweet.
I actually did some of that, Pops. I designed some figures for Hasbro and Mattel back in the mid-90s. Nice. I was a freelancer. I freelanced. I would take other action figures and customize them, or as I used to call Frankenstein them, and turn them into other figures, and then bring them to Toy Fair. And Hasbro and Kenner used to hook me up really big, and then Mattel took over the Batman line. I've done a bunch of figures for both Hasbro and Mattel.
I
Hey,
used to
Bruce,
have a bunch of friends that worked. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask you, Bruce, did you use your base for most of your characters from the Silver Surfer? Because when I was making them in the early 90s, that's what, because he's pretty much just a base character,
I used everything from Captain America to any of the X-Force figures or X-Men figures from the old Toy Biz line. I would hack and chop and cut off arms and legs and reattach them and put Bondo and putty on them and then paint them up. Shit, I'd use plastic, just pieces of sheets of plastic that I would cut out and bend and flex and mold to make capes and collars. And then I'd paint them with a specific color plastic and glue them in the right place. And I had so much fun with that when I was younger. Then I got into doing customizing Hot Wheels and all kinds of things. But I did a lot of work for Hasbro and Mattel back in the mid to late 90s.
I had one of my favorite characters I ever did was I took a Silver Surfer and I found I don't know where I got the jacket from, probably like a 1980s toy or something like that. But I built a Ghost Rider, and I even lit his head on fire.
Nice.
We used to do that with my sister's Barbies, but I had friends that worked at both 21st Century Toys and Gentle Giant, and I introduced you to one of my friends that worked at Gentle Giant.
I remember that.
He was on Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. He was one of the guys on that show. But yeah, I knew a lot of people that worked in that industry. I just got to hang out with them, but never got to be into that industry. But the 21st Century Toys guys were great.
Shall we
They were fun.
save the
save the banter for later?
Yeah, for that segment of the show, and run through our usual first segment, which is This Week in Beer. I got a little bit of news to share with everybody this week. Just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to keep it short because obviously we're going to have a lot of fun talking with our guest tonight. But real quick, I want to starters. I've not seen Gloria Paddock over in the D Live, but I want to send prayers out and ask everyone else to send prayers out to Gloria Paddock for her foot to heal quickly. I saw some pictures on Zoso Dude's last show. Apparently she dropped something heavy on it, and it's kind of a mess. But prayers out for Gloria Paddock's foot to heal quickly and for her to feel better.
Much love, sister. Hope you get well soon. God bless.
Yes, by all means.
If not, we can replace it with a Lucky Rabbit's foot for you.
I'm not going to show the picture that Zoso did because it was kind of repulsive. But anyway, so on to the news. So we've talked here about Conservative Dad's Ultra Right beer before. In fact, Norm, Bruce, and I have all ordered it. This was my original commemorative can here. Of Conservative Dad's Ultra Right beer. Well, interesting bit of trivia. It was announced this week that Conservative Dad's newest campaign, in which they announced in July, and has the new fight can. So it's essentially this year's commemorative can has now brought in over $1 million in sales.
And look, guys, I'm just gonna say this. It's like we should have met a long freaking time ago. Thank you, Christy. I'm just saying.
Indeed, right. I think we think a lot alike. Now, I didn't actually order any of the commemorative cans this time around, despite the fact that the first round mugshot cans, these ones here, have been selling on eBay for as much as $1,000. I got 6 of them here. So.
I already told you, Cosmic. I'll trade a couple with you because I ordered 2 6-packs for myself.
Yeah,
now, see,
exactly.
I used to
I'll
have
swap you a couple of cans for a couple of cans.
I used to have a couple cans of that Billy beer. You remember the Billy beer?
Oh,
Bill
We've
Clinton.
covered that on the show here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got several pieces of Billy beer memorabilia in my beer collection, actually. Yeah.
And I think I showed my 6-pack of Pliny the Elder, or not the Billy beer, but someone mentioned Pliny the Elder out in the chat, and I think that will be my next.
That was Timescales over in Madness's YouTube. Mentioned Pliny the Elder, and
I think I'll have that as my next beer.
Indeed.
So,
and asked if there were any other home brewers out here.
Yes,
I'm not
there
a home
are.
brewer. Hawk is a home brewer.
You brewed at home too, Cosmic.
I made a couple home brews, but I was a professional brewer. I owned the first and largest micro brew pub in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Founded in 1986. But we'll circle back around to that.
But okay. I heard you were more of a taster, but you know.
That was my title. My title was CTO, and it stood for Chief Tasting Officer. So
you like the beer so much you bought the company, is what you always say.
Indeed. And I think I have that later on in the show. But speaking of this next story I think is kind of interesting, particularly in light of what we're going to be discussing tonight that Pops does. I just saw this week. Employee-owned Left Hand Brewing Company in Colorado has started raising money to create a new platform intended to help small independent craft brewers streamline their operations and stay competitive rather than selling out or going out of business. So basically, a crowdfunding platform for independent brewers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wish that was around a long time ago.
It's a brand new model. As a matter of fact, if you look at Left Hand's crowdfunding page, it has a ton of legalese on the page reflecting the fact that it's brand new and they can't guarantee that any of this is, not going to be shot down legally somewhere along the line. But I find it really encouraging as someone who owned a brewery that was just that size, that faced all of these challenges, to see another brewery taking this forward-looking approach and, actually starting a crowdfunding platform. That's pretty crazy.
I think that's awesome. And I just hope that no Venezuelan cartel gangs go to take them over.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I just don't want to come
in my head.
I just want to say publicly and forever, there's no room for you in the madness. Venezuelan crime gangs. There's no room. No, none.
All right. So we do have some exclusions. All right. Moving on before we risk digressing too far, I did want to mention that tomorrow is Labor Day, so you could say we're going into Labor Day.
Hold it. No, see, my mom was in labor all day on my birthday. And she reminds me of that every year on my birthday, but Labor Day doesn't always fall on my birthday. It's the first Monday of September, so it's not always September 2nd, but the year I was born, it was September 2nd, and tomorrow is obviously September 2nd. And my mom called me today and said, "Happy birthday." And I said, "Mom, don't you know what day it is?" She looked at her phone and she went, "Oh crap, I'll call you back tomorrow."
That's funny. So yeah, that connotation of the word labor certainly does give meaning to the whole "we can do it" movement. Yes. Unless, of course, you're in the camp of that believes them can do it too, in which case there's not really much I can do to help you. But
but put you out of your misery.
Them can't break water the same way unless they are born.
Wow.
Them can break water when they're born. That's about it.
Indeed. But seriously, Labor Day was first celebrated as a legal holiday in the United States on September 3rd, 1894, although the first New York City Labor Day parade took place 12 years before that in 1882. So Labor Day has been around a long time. Of course, in other countries, Labor Day is celebrated on May 1st. and it doesn't quite mean the same thing. Note the workers here depicted holding a hammer and a sickle.
That's also it's stress call Mayday. So yeah, that's a. Is that just a coincidence? It's a distress call. Distress call. Yeah.
So
it's
go ahead, Cosmic, because we're already almost to the new hour.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're behind.
All right, so. So that said, it is officially September now, which means it's Oktoberfest season, which may seem counterintuitive to English speakers, but of course Germans and beer are involved, so anything's possible. All right, so just to follow up on an article that we covered last week, we hinted last week that you might want to keep an eye out for Lowe's as the next company to take a public lashing for their DEI. This rather incendiary statement started circulating on X the very next day, which turned out to be fake. So somebody was gunning for Lowe's, but what wasn't fake was that Robbie Starbuck, who, as we mentioned last week, was the guy who exposed Tractor Supply and John Deere and Harley Davidson, he posted this last Monday morning, right after we did the show and said everybody needs to keep an eye out for Lowe's. It seems that Lowe's reached out to him directly on Monday morning to announce some new initiatives, or more accurately, lack of old initiatives, including also pulling out of the HRC Corporate Equality Index scoring system. So just like Brown-Forman, the owners of Jack Daniels that we talked about last week, Lowe's has proactively jettisoned the bullshit in order to try and avoid the damage caused by getting woke.
Golf clap.
Oh, maybe Devin Mulvaney will step in and help.
We'll see.
Indeed.
We'll see. Right now, golf clap.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta watch. They'll say what they want you to say. All right, so
what they want you to hear for sure. What they want you to hear.
So on to today in history. We'll try and wrap that up real quick here before the half. Luckily, today's not a big day for history. At least, thankfully, it's not a litany of people who died like last week's Today in History. Although I do have one story about death that occurred this day that's particularly relevant. It was this day in 1914, 110 years ago, that the last known passenger pigeon, named Martha, died in the Cincinnati Zoo.
That is so sad.
Yeah, I know. That's, at one time there were more than 5 billion passenger pigeons in North America. The flocks were so large they would darken the skies, and now they're extinct.
It's so sad that she died in Ohio.
Yeah, there's that too, near the burning river.
Yeah. Well, no, that was in Cincinnati, not Cleveland, but yeah. What was on, what's his name? Better Here than Philadelphia. That was, I can't think of the guy's name, but.
Okay. Back to you, Cosmic.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Oh, there are, one other thing. In tech history, it was this week in 1998 that two guys by the name of Sergey Brin and Larry Page filed papers to incorporate a new company that they called Google. Hard to believe that in only 26 years, that company has grown to pretty much dominate every aspect of information distribution, including owning the very platform we just came back to tonight, YouTube.
Sergey, yeah, and with names like that, and look at that computer that has a CRT and
CRT monitor, floppy disk drives in the front of that open computer. You bet.
Yeah, and they kept it open. I'm sure not to overheat it because they overclocked it. processor, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
All right.
It's funny.
So
I learned computers on those. I learned before Windows. I went to school. It was DOS, DBase, Quick Basic. There wasn't no Windows when I learned computers.
Yeah, there's X3. Remember X3 Gold?
Yes.
That was actually a great filing system.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely get into that in the second half of the show. I have just a little bit of history with computers, as you guys all know. So we'll talk about that actually in the second half of the show. But first, on to this week's holidays, which we always cover. There are no beer holidays this week, but we do have a few notable bird holidays, sort of.
Amen.
Today is National Chicken Boy Day. I'll read the description direct from the website. On September 1st, National Chicken Boy Day honors the birthday of an interesting statue in California. Chicken Boy stands 22 feet tall and holds a bucket of chicken. The fiberglass statue of a boy with a chicken head can be seen along Route 66. He's named after the former 1960s Chicken Boy restaurant. It's also known as the Statue of Liberty of Los Angeles. So, Norm, is this something you've driven past, or?
I don't recognize it actually. I actually don't. I'm actually flabbergasted that I don't. It's not familiar to me at all. Where is it at?
I'll have to look it up, but it's a national holiday dedicated to this statue. So
I know Route 66 rather well, and
yeah,
doesn't look familiar.
Well,
and that
he's
Santa Monica Pier.
He's somewhere along there. And in more serious bird holidays for this week, tomorrow is National Hummingbird Day. Is it true they hum because they don't know the words?
I don't know. I dated one once and couldn't get a straight answer out of her.
I can believe it. All right.
Story, morning glory. What's a bird? Hummingbird.
There is one.
Bye, birdie. Sorry.
One wine holiday of note this week. This Friday is National Chianti Day, a wine that I only know of thanks to a certain movie quote.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
It's a Spanish it's an Italian table wine, is what it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a fancy word for table wine, and it's a cheap table wine.
But it's common. That's what the people drink.
Well, yeah. It's like any twist off cap wine that you get at any roadside gas station in California that says "Made in Modesto" on it.
But Cosmic, you didn't go far enough in. You didn't get the part where it was.
Yeah, I deliberately left that off for the rest of the audience. And by the way, Golden Crisp just dropped the equivalent of like 3 EMPs on us, which is pretty much the most insane gold pill drop that I think this show has ever seen.
Oh gosh, Golden Crisp.
Holy cow, Golden Crisp.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Whoa.
It's good to see you again, and yeah, Katie and I love you, so thank you very much. And also, I saw Rainoff up there, and Fact Finder jump in. You guys are all my friends, but Golden Crisp, we have not talked in a while, so please give Kitty a call. So, cheers. Thank you so much. That is amazing.
That's insane. That's much appreciated. I don't even know how to react to that. That's amazing. Thank you, Golden Crisp. All right. So moving on real quick here, we do have one ice cream holiday this week to mention. This Friday is also Coffee Ice Cream Day. So if you're into coffee and ice cream,
I had coffee chip ice. Yeah, I had coffee chip ice cream last night.
There you go. So
Little shout
Good,
out
Pops.
to our boy Doc from Doc's Coffee Shop. Yeah, you'd probably like that. Just saying.
All right. Well, there we go. Which is interesting. As of today, there are exactly 140 days until the inauguration, when no matter who is in, resident ice cream is finally out. So that may be the end of our ice cream holidays. And wrapping up next week, we have not one but two beer holidays. Saturday the 7th is National Beer Lovers Day, which I'm pretty sure is just a holiday some marketing guy at a brewery somewhere made up. As far as I'm concerned, every day is National Beer Lovers Day. As Norm pointed out earlier, I loved it so much I bought the company.
But I'm sure Hallmark didn't complain, because they love every holiday, because could you imagine the greeting cards they can create? And Magatic, you are there. Okay, we have our fire marshal in all the chats, even the YouTube one. Thank you for going over there to YouTube, Magatic.
Excellent. Yes, Magatic in enforcing fire safety in all of our chats, and we very much appreciate that. All right, and wrapping up our beer holidays, I want to mention that next Sunday, the 8th, is Sour Beer Day. Heads up in case you want to have a sour beer ready for the show. The truth is, sours are my least favorite style of beer, particularly Berliner Weiss, which is a German tradition, and we made it every year at Penn Brewery, and many patrons at Penn eagerly awaited the Berliner Weiss every year. But frankly, I could never drink more than half of a small snifter of it before I was done. And that's not because it's high in alcohol. The typical ABV of Berliner Weiss is actually 3.5 to 4.5%. So I just can't stand the taste.
Agreed.
I agree, but I do have a Belgian beer lined up from Russian River next week.
Yeah, I will get a sour for next week too. I won't enjoy it, but I'll drink it.
Hell that. I'm not.
No, I'm not getting a sour. I'm getting a Belgium style beer from Russian River again. But yeah.
So why did you say that?
All right, carry on, Cosmic.
It's because it's from Belgium. Yeah.
And I did want to just quickly mention that next Sunday is also Star Trek Day. So it's entirely possible that next week's show might just have a Star Trek theme to
it. Not that we're Trekkies from the original, and forget the new stuff.
Some of us are.
Yeah, don't.
What's this we shit?
Some of us are.
Yeah,
we're just human beings.
Yes, there are some people out there that we've had on Christie's show that do an excellent William Shatner impression.
Shatner, man, he's still the king. Look, out of all the captains in all the different spaces, he's the only one that's been in space.
The only thing I think is hard, do I like Kirk or do I like Picard?
Indeed. All right. And
I'll drink one to Kirk. One for you, Shatner, wherever you're at.
Yeah.
Toast one. I do follow William Shatner on X. He is a hilarious read.
Hilarious. Yeah.
He's great. Yeah.
And
Always
his beat poetry, and I love his albums. Like especially the Pope cover. What was that Pope cover he did about? Never mind, I can't think of it right now. But yeah, he did. Golden Throats was great, and so was his.
He did Metallica or something that was hilarious.
Well, he did a Pope cover. I can't remember the song name, but it was Pope originally sung it. I can't think of the name of the song, but
he's just good. He's funny.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
entertained us forever. And then he had to sack it as an old man to get in the spacecraft and blast his ass into orbit.
I love his when he said "suck it, Picard." When he went up there, he took a selfie with a card that said "suck it, Picard." Yeah. That was hilarious. And even if he's Canadian, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, he's cool.
All right. Well, that said, I did have one other piece, but since it was about sour beer, I will save it for next week. So next week, be prepared
Take
to
the mystery sip with 3BeerMen.
Take the mystery sip, and we'll talk about sour beers on Sour Beer Day. But meanwhile, it is the midpoint of the show. This is the point where I need to go get a refill, and don't know if anybody else needs a quick Zarge break, but we do have a intermission lined up. And our intermission tonight, go ahead, Bruce, before we run.
Before you do, real quick, Flip City Magazine, flipcitymag.com. Check us out. Check us out. Check us out. Flip City Mag, our one and only sponsor. But now that we got Pops on our side, there'll be more.
Absolutely.
Well, wait. What did Golden Christmas just do again? What the hell? That's a whole... What the fuck?
That's an EMP and a something.
An EMP and a ship?
What? What?
Indeed.
Love you, Golden Chris. And Burke Cocaine just said, "Cheer. Good to see you, Bert."
Hey, Bert. Yeah.
Hey, Bert. All right.
Wow. What the hell?
Golden Crisp says refill and pee break. That's the proper term for Zarge. So with that, let's go ahead and we have a little madness-oriented intermission for you tonight. So let's take 5, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. By the way, guys, your mics are still hot while this runs, so don't forget that.
I'll mute.
All right,
So
here we
turn it
go.
off for me to flush.
Hey, you! Don't watch that! Watch this! This is the heavy, heavy monster sound! The nuttiest sound around! So if you're coming off the street and you're beginning to feel the heat, well, listen, Buster, you better start to move your feet to the rockinest, rock-steady beat of madness! One step beyond!
It's like some kind of madness was taking control. Yeah.
They think I'm crazy, but I know better. It is not I who am crazy. It is I who am mad. Didn't you hear him? Didn't you see the crowd?
These high school boys and girls are having a hop at the local soda fountain. Innocently they dance. Innocent of a new and deadly menace lurking behind closed doors. Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell. In this film, you will see the ease with which this vicious plant can be grown in your neighbor's yard, rolled into harmless-looking cigarettes, hidden in an innocent shoe or watch case. In this startling film, you will see dopesters lure children to destruction.
We're going over to Joe's place. Why don't you come along? We have a date to play a set of doubles. Oh, you can play anytime. Come on, we'll have some laughs. Can I go along with you? Sure. Hey, I'll see you at dinner, sis.
If you want a good smoke, try one of these.
You will meet Bill, who once took pride in his strong will as he takes the first step toward enslavement.
Of course, if you're afraid.
Smoking the soul-destroying reefer, they find a moment's pleasure, but at a terrible price. Debauchery, violence, murder, suicide, and the ultimate end of the marijuana addict. Hopeless insanity. See this important film now, before it is too late.
Are you or your loved ones suffering from illnesses such as TDS, also known as Trump derangement syndrome? Do you dismiss or deny the current issues facing our country, such as historic inflation, illegal immigration, corporate corruption, World War III escalations, and the chronic disease epidemic? Are you willing to elect someone who was the least popular vice president in modern history, and who offers no policy or vision for America simply because your brain keeps telling you anyone but Trump? If so, you might be struggling from TDS. Introducing Independence. Independence allows you the freedom to finally think independently once again. Instead of believing everything you hear from the mainstream media, Independence allows for constructive critical thinking.
I used to hear people on the news say things like,
Donald Trump and the movement he has encouraged are a threat to democracy.
And I instantly believed it. With Independence, I now realize the media is run by the Democrat elite, who are a corrupt oligarchy that censors free speech, silences political opponents, supports forever wars, and abandons democracy by anointing its candidates.
Independence may not be for everyone. If you enjoy being lied to about your president's cognitive abilities, support Orwellian totalitarianism, or are excited about communist fiscal policy, Independence may not be right for you. Common side effects of Independence may include an awakening of rational thought, successfully identifying propaganda, freedom of choice, loss of hatred, anti-narcissistic behavior, and love of democracy.
I used to blindly hate whoever my party was running against. I didn't care about facts or policy because I was hopelessly indoctrinated. With Independence, I'm much more interested in policies that uphold democracy, and I truly care about the health of our country and its citizens.
Ask your doctor if Independence is right for you, and enjoy your freedoms once again.
All right, and we are back. That was our madness intermission, starting with musical madness, some space madness from Ren and Stimpy, of course, reefer madness, which is something Pops and I can both laugh about, and probably Bruce too, and not to mention some madness for today, TDS. But that's
I love the madness beginning of One Step Beyond. It brought me back to my old college days of my rude boy friends that rode around on those scooters, and very fun days. Nostalgic.
Indeed. All right. Well, that brings us to the main segment tonight, where we are going to introduce Pops Van Zant from the Madness Comic Network and let him tell us a little bit about what Madness Comic Network is about and so forth. And just so you know, if we have time later on in the show, I have a couple of Cooking with Booze recipe segments, and just for you Pops tonight, I picked tequila as tonight's booze. So since I know
we're doing that, we're making time for that no matter what.
And
all right,
for everybody that joined us late over on Pilled, because we got a lot of people over on Pilled, please jump over to YouTube if you have a YouTube channel still, and just subscribe. Because I noticed, we got people on Pilled.
Dude,
got a huge people.
You guys are blowing me away right now. Okay, with the amount of people you have, I got to get our network over there, man. Look, it's like I want to grow this thing. Okay, and we're going to talk about what this thing is, but the whole way you do all this is by getting as many eyes on what you're doing as you possibly can. Now, Batman says that I'm like, he thinks I'm a great marketer. It's like, it's not so much that I'm a great marketer. It's that I've looked at a couple thousand comic book campaigns and that kind of stuff. And I've seen what works and what doesn't work. And I give people advice based on what I've seen to work, you know. I'm not a marketing guru. If I was, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about how big you guys look and how little we look. I'd be talking about how big we were. Now, you see what I'm saying? Right now, you guys are blowing us away on views and on people watching and being involved in. I want to bring what we got over there. So first, I want to say Batman. Look, my people in the network, they're already familiar with Batman and with Cosmic because of the awesomeness that is Flip City Magazine and the Creative Chaos Show. We love you guys, man. All right. Everybody in the network, I'm always getting messages about Christie's show. When you was out, people was asking, where's Batman? You know, and it's like, I don't even run that show. I don't know where the hell Batman is.
Still recovering, but I'm here.
Yeah. One of the things that people have to understand is that I don't run all these shows. There's a few of them that are mine that I produce and that I come out and host, but there's a lot of them like Christie's show. They're not my shows. They're other people's shows. And I'm trying to build something like a network where you can come to and find everybody's cool stuff. You can find TheBeerMen. You can find Christie's show. You can find our shows. You can find the Horror Movie Club and all the different shows that we have on the network. And it's pretty crazy. We have a lot of cool shows and a lot of fun, but I'm always looking to expand that. And
could I say something real fast? Because I
Sure,
saw my
sure.
friend Rainoff jump into the chat earlier over on Phil. And he does have the Pure Blood Network, where you can go over to his TV guide, and we are listed. And he runs that, so he did jump into the chat as well over on Build. And I do want to do my due diligence and
yes,
say hi to him, because he does the same thing. I work for a company that promotes movie. I'm not good. I'm their computer guy. So I don't do I don't do a very good job at it myself. But
I don't think I'm great at it, but I'm dedicated to it.
And that's all it takes.
That's
all it takes. And you just have to have good content and interesting content. And yeah.
And this is why we bring shows to the network, because I'm always looking. Look, I'm open to anything. If you have a show, we have draw streams, gaming streams, RPG streams where we actually come out live and in character play RPG games. You know, we got all kinds of stuff on the network, movie reviews and art draw streams and just everything, okay? As well as shows that are strictly for promoting independent creators. And I don't care if you're a film creator. I don't care if you're a stand-up comic, a comic creator. That doesn't matter. I want to bring the things we love all to one place so they're easy to find. You know what I mean? And when I see something like what you guys got going on here, you guys got a huge following. I've been beating up YouTube and fighting the algorithms over there for 5 years now. And just now finally got to the point where I'm almost to 250,000 views. It took 5 years to get, my 1,000 subscribers, I put in a lot of work at this. And man, I have fun. I love doing it. I want it to grow and grow. I want to take it over the top. I want to go to Roku. I want the Madness Network on Roku, and we're going to do it. It's just a matter of getting the right things in place, legal wise. And Cosmic knows what I'm talking about. It's been a constant fight for me, but I want everything to be legal and upfront and legit when we do this. I don't want any questions. I don't want, you know what I mean? I want everybody to know that what we're doing is straight up, and it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And now I'm seeing what you guys got going on, and I'm like, wait a minute, we got to go over there where they're at on Pill too, because it seems like you guys have a huge following over there, and we have a few shows that would really fit in well with the Pill.
I agree.
audience.
Pops, when we first met and first started talking about this, that was my first thought too, is that there's a great crossover opportunity here, because not only might you bring us back to YouTube, but if we could bring you over to Pilled, that would be a phenomenal addition to Pilled. It's a whole area of interest that isn't really heavily covered over there right now. The comic,
and I'm not trying to bring you back to YouTube. I'm trying to take you to Roku, where the same is in effect. It's an untapped audience.
We have
a huge untapped audience for what we talk about. We do.
We have a legacy over on Pill, because we were like one of the first channels over on Pill. But
see, I never wanted to be YouTube. I really didn't. My YouTube channel was a beta test.
We didn't either.
You see, it was to see if I could get people to provide content weekly, and who would be serious and who was disciplined and who really wanted to do this. That's why I built the YouTube channel, was as a beta test. And as you can see, if you look at our playlists on the Madness Comic Network, every playlist is a different show. And there are a lot of shows there. Some have come and gone. Okay. But there are there's so much, there's over let's say 3,600 videos of long play content. Okay. Probably about 800 shorts, but there's a lot of long play content there. And if you go look, you're going to find something you like. And just like any network, you're going to find stuff you don't like. But don't unsubscribe because of one show, because there's 25 other shows that you might like. You know, I mean, it's just like ABC or any other network. There's going to be stuff you don't like. I'm sorry, but it's a free speech platform. I don't want to be holding nobody down. I want to get out from under Google and out from under YouTube to a platform of our own, like Roku, where the FCC, right? And the DMCA, that's it. No Google, no YouTube, no overlords, no algorithms, no none of that. I want to go to Roku. And I need help,
the FCC did have laws in place.
That's the only ones we have to worry about.
The Hayes, because it's over, but that's only over broadcast. If I remember my radio classes from college, that's only over the broadcast airwaves, where you can't say 7 words.
Right. You get fined though. You know.
Well,
it's like,
no, they become much more lenient with the fines between certain time periods. I studied radio. I studied all this stuff. I work in.
I worked in radio too. That was how I started. That was how I had the confidence to come out and do this cold.
Yeah.
You know, start doing this.
You and I have to talk about some other thing, because we have to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have that in common, and we haven't even gotten to Bruce and Pop's overlap, which is Comic-Con war stories, because Bruce is a veteran of the Comic-Cons, and so is Pops. So there's all kinds of war stories to swap there too.
Yes. Well, I mean, for me, it's always, again, been pretty recent, the last 5 years, but I've been granted press passes at a few cons locally around here, Grand Rapids Comic-Con, Hall of Heroes Comic-Con, and I get to go and interview the creators and people live at the shows, which is fun. Okay, I get to meet people and I get to, show what they're doing and encourage people to go to the con, check it out. I like to promote Comic-Cons. I like to promote comic creators. I'm not huge on the movie star aspect of Comic-Cons, because I think that takes away from the people that are there trying to sell a product. I don't care about Luke Skywalker's autograph. I care about what comic people are doing and what's on their tables, right?
That was the common people was the the song I was thinking of earlier, by the way. That was the Pope song, but yeah.
And that makes perfect sense.
Sorry, you just
yeah, it's
It's
cool.
okay. I mean, look, for all the things we've done, all of us individually have our own wealth of experience and knowledge. Hawk is a master certified electrician and a home craft builder. Like, this kid can build a house by himself if he tried hard enough. Cosmac is a computer genius with a hankering for a good brewery. And you got Norm, who loves to drink beer and has IT expertise, where he's working for one of the most major film companies in California. And I'm just a lowly little, toy and comic collector.
It's advertising. I work in advertising of the film companies. We have I don't like to put that out there though.
Well, I also poo on cars professionally for a living. It's blue collar bird work. Okay, I'm proud of it.
He poops on my car all the time.
But I think we need to
too.
Hawk, you were the only one, and since we're introducing ourselves, we'll introduce ourselves real quick to the replays anyway over on the Madness Comic Network. I had a few things lined up. Starting with Norm, I missed Bitcoins and beer, Norm, but I had let me see if I got it here. I had Beer Expedition lined up as that one goes back how far now?
2007, I think, is when I started out.
Yeah. There's 403 videos on that channel. So that was Norm's channel, and then in addition to that,
I had a couple.
Yeah, well, in addition to that, there's this channel, which is also Norm's channel, but it's Norm's partner in alien crime. We'll say that runs that. When we were talking about the Bigfoot conspiracy theory, I mentioned Hang 10 Alien Surfers co-host Harry. And
Harry has his own channel. Harry does have his own channel too. That's where I started out. Harry P. Big, I think his name was. I called
nice.
Big with 2 G's, but yeah, you could check out Harry's channel. But that was just a whim, a character I created, a character that Norm created in his mind, by the way.
Indeed. And then let's see, we come back to Bruce also has quite a bit of YouTube history out there. I think he might have mentioned, and let me see if I can pull this one up. All right, and this is Bruce's historical archive here. Nerds in a Bar.
Yep, we have over
239 videos
subscribers.
There. Yeah,
that's right.
Nerds in a Bar. How come I didn't hear about that one?
That's an old YouTube channel that I don't even work with anymore. My partner unfortunately went woke, and we went broke, so we closed up. Unfortunately we closed up because my partner didn't like the fact that I was involved in pill.net, quite honestly. And I wanted to bring us over to pill.net, but he was so worried about cancel culture and about getting cut down and in our prime, and that, we used to go to Comic-Cons and toy fairs, and we used to invite the vendors to come join us out for a drink. and we would go to the bars and we'd set up our cameras. And these are some of our interviews. And we've had some great interviews with some amazing people. And being that I am a huge Batman fan, as you can tell by my shirt that I wear, and the fact that my name is Bruce Q. Wayne, and I also am known as the Batman here on the Foxhole, everybody knows who I am. I've been doing this for well over 7 years now in total, between Nerds in a Bar and Foxhole.app, 3BeerMen. And I'm just a good old boy who enjoys collecting toys, action figures, and comic books, and I enjoy talking about them. And I also enjoy drinking beer and maybe smoking a little something, which I'm about to do now because I need a little pain management right now. So
yeah,
forgive me, but I gotta.
That cover right there, I'm just barely covering up or not covering up Denise Crosby, Tasha Yar. Interview.
Nice. That's right.
There are some great interviews on the Nerds in a Bar channel. Yeah.
Batman, I want to compare real quick. I want to compare something real quick.
Sure.
This is mine. It's machined out of aluminum.
Nice. Yeah, mine was actually a gift. It was given to me, and it says, "You're damn right I shot first." A friend of mine from one of the Comic Cons actually gave it to me. So it's my dugout, and I've got some really cool stuff in it. And
I actually have a Death Star grinder too.
Oh, nice. Now I haven't seen one of those, but I've been looking for a Batman one, but there isn't one out there that I'm aware of. Haven't found a Batman grinder or a Batman dugout yet, but this was actually done by a friend of mine. It was one of the things he would sell at Comic-Con. He would sell these dugouts.
Those are beautiful. Those are beautiful.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, mine. I got mine from I can't say who, but he drove a hauler for somebody famous.
Okay.
Okay, and I was walking by the hauler and I smelled weed. And I said something out loud, and he stuck his head out of the cab, and he's like, "You could smell that shit." He goes, "I got to get rid of this, man. I can't have anybody find any of this here." And he handed me this dugout, and I've had it for 30 years or more. And It's funny because my son asked me a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Dad, how many people do you think smoked out of that?" I sat and thought about it. I was like, all the concerts, all the events, all the places I've been. Holy crap, a lot of people had their lips on this thing, dude. Yes. I love this,
well,
man.
Mine looks like a little mini cigarette. It's like almost completely, but then it's got a little grinder tip so you can dig it in and churn it.
What the one in my dugout looks like is a little, but it's a replacement. The original wood and brass piece that came in my dugout broke. It finally wore out. And so I replaced it with a little metal one like that that's disguised as, it's painted with the filter at the bottom and the white. But I don't like it as much because the metal gets hot. The old one, the original piece that was in there was wood and brass, and the long piece was wood, and that never got hot. Where
the part to hold on to,
that metal piece gets hot.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, now you know.
Yeah, probably more information than a fair number of our viewers really needed to know.
I'm trying to stick to the every 30 minutes, so here we go. One more. Thanks, guys. Look, I'm having a great time. Like I said, for the people on our network, they're already familiar with Batman. They're already familiar with Cosmic. But Norm, Squawko, we're going to get some people knowing you guys. And, as they know you, you'll see more and more of our people popping in the chat, because one of the things I encourage is for friends of mine to pop in the chat, drop the links to their campaigns, to their channels, whatever they got going on. This is a networking. What I do is networking and promotion, and I encourage that. So if you see somebody dropping links over there in the chat, I ask them to do that. I want them to do that.
Okay. Wait 1 second. I just want to let you know, Pops, We do that too, and I'm usually the culprit, the biggest culprit, and it's called Brucing it. And I was given that moniker by actually the guy who got us on Foxhole was Methods, who happened to be on 412 Anon's show this past weekend, Saturday. I actually caught the episode. It was great. It was good to see Methods back on Foxhole again. Yep, he was on with Adam.
It's kind of how I got started doing this. I got kicked out of a Facebook group that I was like the major contributor of, right? I dropped more content than anybody else in the group. And one day they just decided they didn't want me promoting people in the group anymore. I was like, well, what the hell do you got a comic group for if you don't want to promote people and what they're trying to do? Okay, so they kicked me out. I was mad for a couple of days. I was like, fuck. And then I thought about it. And it's like, you know what? But I'm going to make a group of my own. I'm going to allow people to promote themselves and what they're doing. And I'm going to build something different. And that's what I've been trying to do ever since, is build something that's for everybody, that helps everybody, and roll with it, guys. If you got something you want to drop over there, if you're not a member of Madness, and you want to drop stuff in any shows we do, people can 25 weekly shows, guys. You can drop your link there every show. Okay. I'll give you a wrench. I give wrench to people for that very reason. So, if you join the Madness and you got stuff to talk about, I got you.
I just dropped another one of my channels over there that didn't last long, but you can check it out. I don't know. It's stupid.
Nothing stupid. No.
It is kind of dumb. If you watch it, it's dumb. It's big for telling dad jokes.
There's still people out there that think what I'm doing is dumb. When I first started doing this, I had people telling me all kinds of stuff. Pops, none of these people are your friends. You're never going to make any money doing this. I wasn't trying to make any money doing it.
It's not about the money. It's about giving.
Yeah, I was trying to help people.
Yeah.
It wasn't about making money, but I had so many people that wanted to discourage me from moving from whatever I was doing. It doesn't matter whether it was CromCon, now it's a network. There's always those people telling you, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this, or don't do this. And it's like, do it. Just do it. If it's something you want to do, I don't care what it is, just do it. Yeah, can I get some more of them comics?
Indeed.
It's funny because we were doing a yard sale this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I put a couple boxes out there. Put a couple boxes of comics out there.
Well, you're lucky I wasn't there. I'm really bad about swap meets and garage sales. I can't hardly pass one.
Well, see, for me, it's like I'm out here and I'm networking on the ground as well. I'm giving people my business card, telling them to subscribe to the network. Everybody that looked at those comics, I got them to come look at what we do here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm always in this mode. And anybody who's ever met me in person will tell you this is me. This ain't no act. That's who I am. I'm like you said, I'm dedicated to what I'm trying to build. So,
yeah. You got to be, especially when you're doing something ground up like what you're doing.
And the funny part is, I can't believe nobody's tried to build something like this before for our kind of people.
Yeah. Well, especially like back in the day when, before the internet, it was really difficult to, promote an independent comic. And I've got several friends that used to do them. In fact, we had one on the show a while back, Olis Mons. He's actually out of Michigan. And he was big into independent comics for a long time.
Dude,
I was a bit more mainstream with my collections, but
well, it started for me in mainstream, but I really quickly found Freak Brothers.
Oh yeah, the fabulous Freak Brothers.
Oh yes, and I have a bunch of those. I got Feds and Heads. I was underground comics when underground comics were underground. Okay.
Yeah.
I was 13 and I was that kid, not the one standing outside the liquor store trying to get somebody to buy him some beer. I was the kid standing outside the head shop trying to get people to buy me comic books. I'm not lying. I'm not.
I would just walk in, and I had a full beard back in junior high and high school, so I would walk in and I'd just go by them. And I was big into Omaha the Cat Dancer. I was big into Mike Badger's Badger Comics, right? Mike Baron, I'm sorry,
Mike Baron's Badger. I got some of those.
I was into Tim Vigil's Faust, which is still going on.
Man,
I have so many indies. I had so many indies. I literally lost 30 comic book boxes to a flood in my basement. I had them in the basement, stacked up on each other, and the bottom row, which was, I don't even know, had to be 10 deep, 5 wide, and then others stacked on top. So the majority of the base all got soaking wet, totally destroyed. I lost Tick. Oh my God, I lost the original Eastman and Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle black and whites. I had to throw them out. They were destroyed.
Were they Dark Horse? Was that Dark Horse?
No, it was the Independent. That was Mirage Studios.
Oh,
I got a few of those. But it's like I lost the last collection I had was everything, not just comics. It was sports autographs, music autographs. It was every freaking thing, right? And
pop culture-esque.
Yeah, and I lost so much, dude. I've been ripped off. It's if it can happen to me, it's happened to me pretty much my whole life. This is my 5th collection that I'm working on right now. So that tells you, other than the original one that Mom got rid of, 3 times something shitty happened and I lost a whole collection.
I need your help then. And Cosmic and Squawk, Norm, I think you know where I'm going with this. I am an avid action figure collector. I have action figures from all generations, from the 60s to current day shit. I mean, just look behind me. These fucking pop vinyls I have on my wall. Hold on a second. I'm going to blow people's minds because I still fucking collect. As much as I don't want to, okay? I collect a ton of different things, a variety of action figures and vehicles, okay? I've got pop vinyls that people can't even get their hands on, okay? HR Puffin stuff, all right?
Do you got the big giant Thanos? I got the big giant 12-inch Thanos pop.
I can't tell from your collection there.
It's just so much stuff. It's so much stuff. I've got a little mini Donald Trump on a beast, on a die-cast beast.
Hey, we are on YouTube, so be careful.
I'm just talking about the car. It's the beast, and it's a little mini. It's a little mini Trump figure that I picked up online somewhere.
He's cool. He's cool. Hold up, that's cool.
Okay.
So I've got him on the roof of the car, and then I've got Back to the Future, the original Back to the Future, the second one, where he's got the Mr. Fusion on it, and his wheels are flat, so you can actually. That's die-cast Mattel. That's a die-cast from Mattel, but somebody did some deco on it and did some nice work. So I found this guy on Etsy. And he did some really cool stuff by applying little decals to the vehicle.
I wish I was at home. I could show you guys some stuff. I'm not at home, so I can't show anything off. But I'm looking at that Wolvie. Hold up, that Wolvie pop. Does that have a reprint of the comic book in there too? Is that what that is?
I thought that was an original.
It's just I have the
I got the original too. Yeah,
one of the boxes I lost was the entire set. That's just a cover copy. It's just a printed copy. Yeah, they do the same thing. Look, here's the Batman one. Here's the first Moon Knight one, which is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
So I mean, there's just so many things. I've got so much stuff on my desk. I mean, I've got Mando and Buzz Lightyear underneath him. I've got different variations of Batman and Imagine X figures that I worked on, stuff that I helped create. I have here, as well as in my Pops. I will blow your mind, and I cannot wait to get on the show with your figures guys. It's friggin' figures. Because
I want you to come on the show offs too. We have a show on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern called the Show Offs, where every week we just come out and show stuff off, dude. It's like that's what the show is.
My stuff's all commercial though. It's not
I don't
independent.
care.
Okay, cool.
You don't care.
Dude, I got so much stuff. I'll blow your mind. It's ridiculous. But I need to sell it. I'm
trying to. That's kind of why we do that show. Dave is in England and he's trying to sell books for his friends. I got stuff I'm trying to sell. We kind of just come out and we tell them, if you see something you like, let us know, because most of
I still have the first 130 original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures.
Nice.
They're all carded. They're not the best of shape because they've been in cardboard boxes instead of cartons, the plastic bins, but I still have them and they're the originals. I have one set left of the original rubber heads. I sold one complete set of the 4 off for next to nothing. Now it's like $1,000 for the set of the 4 rubber-headed figures.
You got the rubber heads, dude? Oh.
I did, dude. I bought them when they first came out. I was still in college. I was up in Brockport State University, up in near Rochester, New York, and I walked into an Ames everything store. Ames there is like CBS here, okay? But they had a toy aisle, and I would go down their toy aisle, and I would find the freaking brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures just hit the shelves. I would grab those, the Superpowers figures, the Batman, Superman, DC Comics Superpowers figures. I had the entire set of those, the first one of those. So it was amazing. And we talk about that in our Old Nerds in a Bar show, is that the amount of stuff that I have, I could fill a museum. And if I could find the right person to sponsor me, I could fill a museum, literally an old mansion full of Batman. And my dream is to open up a museum, and each room is a different year of and themed Batman. So you got the 30s, the late 30s, 40s, you got the 50s, you got the 60s, you got the 70s, the 80s. You've got 85 years of Batman, and I've got so much of it. It's not even funny. I just need somebody. I know Michael Uslan, okay? He's the producer of all videos Batman. Anything put out on video media, this is Michael Uslan.
You need the Gotham Museum, bro.
That's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want.
The Gotham Museum, man.
I need a mansion just outside of New York City, literally like Westchester County, like they used in the movies, right? I need an old mansion that's about 45 minutes away, Westchester County, Orange County from New York City, a big old mansion that we convert into Wayne Manor, and you got to put a basement in.
Wayne Manor was in outside of Pasadena, and I used to drive by it all the time. And when it burned down, I was actually very upset.
That's the 66 TV show version, right?
Yeah. I used to drive by that all the time.
And then because it did burn down, this is the kind of stuff that I talk about, guys. This is the kind of stuff I'm an idea man. Okay. You guys remember Jim Blazowski from the Night Shift? He walked around with the recorder, a little cassette recorder. And every time he came up with an idea, he set it in that recorder just in case, right? Just in case. Mayonnaise and tuna in a can together. Yeah, shit like that, right? That's me. I should have been on somebody's think tank a long time ago. All I do is try to come up with ideas to help people market what they're selling.
You specialize in logistics, and that's what they're calling it today. You and I know it as marketing, but now it's termed logistics. You're a logistics man like me. You make
RJ is the logistics guy. RJ from Critical Blast. He's our logistics guy. He's the guy
I'd love to talk with him.
Oh, dude, he does fulfillment, publishing, everything, right? He's one of our sponsors. He's amazing. RJ, he was on Christie's show a couple weeks ago.
I've been to the Batcave.
Like
a couple years. When was that, guys?
Last year we did an episode on the Batcave last year, and he drove by the old.
I didn't drive by it because I had to hike up to it. It was like it's right here on the mountain here,
dude,
above me.
There it is, right there. Cosmic's got it on. Bronson Cave.
Yeah, Bronson. Yeah.
That's just right up past where Norm is. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's like it's about a mile away. I can see the radio tower from my driveway. I can't see it from my front yard. People will ask me why I can't see it from my front yard because trees in the way. But I can see it from my driveway, the radio tower right there in front of my driveway. And we went there right after you mentioned it, Bruce, and I was like, that's like
I remember. That's
20
you took
minutes away.
photos of it?
Yeah, 20 minutes
We did
away.
a whole episode on it. But I just had a great idea. I just had a great idea, Pops. I put together a set of different items for my collection that I want to sell and unload. And we have an auction one night, a live fucking auction on Mad Network.
Hold up.
Mad Comic Networks.
Hold up. Once we get to Pilled and we're pulling in more viewers, I would love to do that. I've never had a lot of luck with auctions. It's like my friends will come in and they'll make the first bid. Nobody wants to bid against their friends, and everybody gets things at a deal. You know what I mean? Because they're all friends, right?
Well, yeah, you start things at a reality price. You don't start things at a below reality price. So if something's worth $50, I'll put a $35 price tag on it. And if that person gets it for $35, I'm happy somebody got something they wanted, and I got rid of something. But if you put it at $10 and you paid $8 for it, it's sitting in a basement or in a storage locker for 20 fucking years. You're losing money no matter what. You'd rather have the cash, you take it and run.
Well, it's like,
I'm not like that.
I'll use an
I'm
example. I'll use an example. I did an auction a while back to help. Obviously, we're trying to finance something here, right? So I did an auction a while back, and every person won on the first bid because they're all friends and nobody wants to bid against each other. And I'm cool with that. Like you said, I'm glad that people got stuff. But like Fanta, everybody loves Fanta. So everything Fanta bid on, she got the deal on, and it's, you know what I mean? It's like
they let her have it. They let her have it.
Yeah. So my channel might not be the best auction channel, but once we move to Pilled and we have more people watching, you might get that because they aren't all friends.
So we could also do something where we put one item a week up, or 2 or 3 items a week up. And if anybody's interested in buying those items directly, reach out to Bruce Q. Wayne at, Bruce,
anything you want to do
Bruce
like
Q.
that.
Wayne 66 at gmail.com. Send me an email. You're interested in something. You got PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. I'll be more than happy to pack it up and ship it out to people. We do 1 or 2 items or 3 items a week. I would love, Cosmic, I leave that up to you to help me get that started.
We can definitely do a show. We can definitely do a show that's a focused item auction show, not like just a run through a bunch of shit like some people do, but a focused 4 or 5 item show every week, like a half-hour show, right?
Exactly.
I would love to do something like that. But like I said, I want to be to an expanded audience outside of just these group of friends. I want, you know what I mean? So definitely.
You want fresh blood. You want fresh new blood.
Yes.
Not vaccinated blood. Fresh new blood.
And I want to say hi to Whitefire Comics in the YouTube chat. That's my friend Doran. He does one of the gaming streams with me. We go out on Dungeons and Dragons online, D&D or DDO online, and we actually have a Madness Guild on that game, and you can join the guild and you actually get all the perks that come along with being in the Madness Guild on DDO online. And also Grey Wolf, who's another one of our friends. He's awesome. He hangs out. He's in the chat all the time. He's got stuff going on. We're getting some stragglers coming in from the YouTube side. They're friends of ours. So
that's great.
I see Grey Wolf in there.
And I was going back to Golden Crisp in Foxhole, and I don't know what's going on. Who's he talking to?
She is talking to me. I have her number.
Crisp. Okay.
Yeah. I had
She's
her
calling you a
number.
Liar, Norm. She's calling you a liar.
I have her number on my old phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to understand what
on.
she means by TMNT has no momentary. Does she mean momentum?
Monetary?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll call.
Clarify yourself. I'm trying to understand what you mean by TMNT has no monetary.
I will.
momentary. I don't know what you're
No,
talking about.
she gave us like a freaking lot of gold pills, so it can't.
She did. She dumped over 11,000 gold pills on us. Holy shit! I think she dumped 1,400 gold pills on 14,000 gold pills on us.
It's crazy. You see what I'm
Girl,
talking
you're
about?
insane. I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you. That's crazy. Cosmic, you can get some new equipment with that. We can tweak the studio a little bit more so we can get more views.
We can do some upgrades. Absolutely.
And we're gonna owe this one to we're gonna celebrate it in honor of Golden Chris. Thank you. Wow.
Look, if you're part of the madness and you're paying attention to what's going on right now, us going to Pilled, merging with these guys, becoming part of what they do, and having them become part of what we do is bigger than you know. Get behind it, because this is all about it's all about expanding the views, right? It's all about giving everybody a larger audience. That's what this is about. No matter what it is they're doing, whether it's a YouTube podcast, a Pilled podcast, a Kickstarter for their comic book or their independent film, which I also love to get behind and help promote people that are doing films, that are doing games, whether it's tabletop, RPG. We want to get behind all this stuff and help it all grow, because it all is interconnected, whether you guys realize it or not. Wrestling, comics, all this stuff is interconnected. There's so many people that do wrestling comics. If you're a fan of wrestling, I can give you a half a dozen people that you can go to right now and get comics about wrestling or about wrestlers.
I want to sell my wrestling figures. I have a shit ton of them.
See, we can do all that.
Okay, and let me jump in real quick. You know what? And this is the perfect time to do it, because everybody is getting away from mainstream media, mainstream movies that have gone woke, every form of entertainment, and new forms of entertainment have come up just because of the internet, just because we have a platform there. So now's the time to do it, for sure.
Yes. And look, when I started doing this, when I started thinking about building this network, there was very few people that were combining shows in one place. Everybody was doing their own thing. And that's cool. And I'm not encouraging anybody to stop doing their own things. If you have a YouTube channel and you want it to grow, join the madness. We'll do everything we can to bring you more subscribers, but that's not all. We're trying to take you to other places, more places, bigger, better. Join the madness, man. Get involved. Help us out. Become part of this. It's going to grow. I promise.
Check out my old
Sorry, I couldn't resist that.
Check out my old stuff. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you think it's okay, I don't know. I'm drunk when I create my animation.
Speaking of drunk, I need another shot. You guys got this for a second? I'll be right back.
We got it for just a second. Absolutely.
I switched up to a breakfast stout. Hey, Cosmic?
Yeah, I ran out too of the Vibalicious. I had to switch to Midwest IPA, which is the second highest ABV in the variety pack. So
I went back to Blind Pig. I actually already went through the Pliny the Elder that somebody mentioned in the chat earlier. So, but yeah, I'm back to Blind Pig.
That was Timescales over in the Madness comic chat that mentioned the Pliny the Elder, and yeah, Norm is a huge Pliny historian. He can tell you all about it.
Well, and that is the first mention of hops in his story, by the way. It was the Pliny the Elder, and that's why the Russian River actually did that. But he put a documentary about that in the chat earlier, so I will watch it. Eventually, maybe tomorrow.
Indeed. All right.
Watch it with double vision. I hear it's better.
Since we are coming up on the last few minutes of the program, I promised Pops when we started the second half of the show that I was going to get to my cooking with booze segment tonight.
Yes.
Now, I do have to admit that normally our cooking segment is cooking with a squawk, because Squawk is, in fact, our our resident chief cook. But I do my best on occasion to fill in, and Squawk has been very busy taking care of family issues recently. So I've been filling in as cook.
A culinary enthusiast.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. I the custard and all that he did, awesome. I enjoy your recipes, Cosmic. I really do.
Just so you guys know, I'm a bit of a cook myself. Today I was talking to this nice little old lady during the yard sale about my Elvis Presley cookbook.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I said that.
Nice.
Elvis Presley cookbook, guys.
Didn't he do like the peanut butter and like fried?
Yeah, but he did a whole bunch of really good stuff. I'm just saying. It's like, anytime you want me to fill in there, I got a segment for you.
The salty, savory, and peanut butter, bacon and bananas. My goodness,
it's a peanut butter and banana sandwich, Mama.
Well, I've got a good one. Actually, a recipe that I'm going to submit to Good Stuff, if you're familiar with his channel, over on YouTube. And he's got a cookbook coming out and a cooking contest coming up. And I was originally going to show that one, but since we're almost out of show tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over the entree, and I'm going to skip straight to tonight's cooking with booze dessert. So tonight, I decided that I wanted to break in a brand new ice cream machine that I got. As you guys know, I've made ice cream on the show many times, but I've usually done it with my little Dash ice cream maker, which is a 1-cup ice cream maker that requires 24 or 36 hours of freezing in advance. So I got myself a brand new fancy ice cream machine that doesn't require any pre-freezing anymore. And what I decided to make tonight in honor of Pops is something called margarita sorbet.
Ooh, that sounds tasty.
So I'm starting out here with some fresh limes, and I got my my grater here, or my what do you call that? A zester. That's the formal name for that. So I zested myself some limes here, and this is an interesting trick. By the way, this recipe comes from Chef John, foodwishes.com, Food Wishes on YouTube. But I did it, and this is not my adapted recipe for a change. This is his recipe done pretty much exactly as he did it. So I took, except I cut the recipe in half. So he used a cup of sugar. I used a half a cup of sugar. He used 4 limes. I used 2 limes, or actually 3. And so the interesting trick here is putting the lime zest directly into the sugar dry. No other liquid in there, just the zest into the sugar. And believe it or not, if you leave it like that for about an hour, the sugar will draw the lime flavor out of the zest. So it's an interesting technique that I hadn't heard of before. So meanwhile, I took the limes, juiced them to get half a cup of lime juice. Again, his original recipe called for a cup, so I'm using half a cup. Now, at this point, after the lime zest has macerated, that's the formal term for it, macerated in the sugar for about an hour, I added a cup and a half of water. So it's a half cup of sugar to a cup and a half of water with the lime zest. And I brought that very slowly up to cooking temperature. I did not boil it. I just heated it. Right. And the idea is just to get it warm enough that the sugar all dissolved. You can see it's clear now. Sugar's all gone. And so what it did.
Don't burn off the alcohol. That's what he's saying. Don't burn off the alcohol.
Don't burn off the alcohol. Exactly. Well, we haven't added the alcohol yet. That's the trick. So I strained out the lime, and that leaves a nice, what's called a simple syrup. But that's a lime simple syrup. So it's sugar and water and with some lime macerated into it. And this is what makes it a margarita sorbet. This is tequila, about 1/3 of a cup, and triple sec, 2 tablespoons. And what I will tell you, in everything else in this recipe, I halved. So he originally called for a cup of lime juice. I used a half cup. He originally called for a cup of sugar. He called for half a cup. He originally called for 1/3 of a cup of tequila and 2 tablespoons of triple sec. And I used 1/3 of a cup of tequila and 2 tablespoons of triple sec, because it's important to remember when you're having a recipe where the alcohol is going to appear in the finished product, never to have the actual alcohol.
Did he lose
you want to keep that in there, you know?
That's a standard.
Did he lose his shaker of salt? What happened to the shaker of salt? I thought
that comes when you do the serving. Actually,
okay.
I put all of this together. Pops, did you have something you wanted to throw in there?
I was just gonna say, if we're gonna do tequila, it's got to be Cabo, baby. It's got to be Cabo.
Exactly.
Hey, Sammy,
blue agave tequila. Yeah, we've covered that before.
Oh man, I love Cabo. That's my shit right there. I love.
This
Cabo.
is where it all goes together. The tequila, the triple sec, the lime, and the simple syrup. And this is my new ice cream maker. My Kisso. I don't even want to try to pronounce it. It
looks like a flux capacitor.
Yeah, pretty much. But the nice thing about this is that it is fully self-contained. So unlike most ice cream makers, you don't take the bucket out of this and put it in the freezer for 36 hours in advance. This has the freezer built right in. So you use
the
it
lime,
just
lime
as
in the
it
coconut.
is.
You put the lime you put the lime in the freezer.
Yeah, and
I
so
thought you put
here
the
it
lime
goes.
in the coconut and mix
You
it
put
all
the
up.
lime in the coconut. Yeah.
And so, yeah, after a little while, 25 minutes or so, you could just start to see it starting to turn to ice there. 27, it was pretty darn close. You could see it turning to, it looked about like applesauce. And 30 minutes.
Like, kind of like Italian ice a little bit. It's
yeah, we got to about there. And that's what it looked like actually running in the machine. So it finally did ice up, and but it didn't turn into like a block of ice. It really it's actually surprised me because it came out pretty good actually.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was saying. It looks like it's got the consistency of like Italian ice, where it's not frozen. You can
exactly.
peel some
That's
off,
exactly how it came out. And yeah, so after that, that is exactly how it came out. And I put it in a pre-frozen glass tray there and covered it with some plastic. Now, as we've discussed on the show before, the proper way to wedge a lime is to cut it in half lengthwise and then wedge it in thirds. So we've talked about this before. If you try to do it any other way, you're not really going to get good wedges. So there is the finished product, margarita sorbet. And I will tell you, it was frickin' delicious.
I'll bet.
How was the buzz?
I want to try that. I want to try.
How was the buzz?
It was better than I expected, I suppose.
Awesome.
Given that
as long as there was a
I had
buzz
that in
involved.
there. So I'm looking forward to Mrs. Cos coming home tomorrow. She's off on Labor Day vacation, but I'm looking forward to her coming home tomorrow and trying some of that out.
I like the
Awesome.
cutter chili you use to cut the lime. That's a Sudoku knife? Or how do you pronounce that knife? I love those knives. Not Sudoku. That's a math.
I know. And I'm glad you know.
Ginsu, yes. Hawk has it right. It's a Ginsu knife.
Well, no. The edge. I love those knives. Actually, they're Japanese and they're Sudoku. Now you got me confused. I'm thinking Sudoku. You're thinking of the katana is.
I think it is Sudoku. I think it is Sudoku, but it's TSZ.
Yeah, but it's not Sudoku. Yeah,
sir.
you totally
It is
messed
for
with
you,
my
Norm.
mind.
It is for you.
I'm a math guy. What can I tell you? Look, you guys, I've had a blast tonight. I want to thank you guys for having me out, for Cosmic Batman, for having faith in me and bringing your show to our network. You don't know what that means to us. But we're going to do something for your people too, because we're going to bring a lot of good content to them over there on Pilled and everyone else that you got it going.
Yeah.
On. You know?
Cosmic, you need to connect Pops with I Find It, or I Find It. I think would be the best contact to get him on Pilled.
For sure.
Or the
That's
the Mats. I mean, you know the people to contact. I leave
I
that
know
in
the
your
Mats. Yep. Well.
Yes. And we have talked a little bit in backstage about, some future plans. I like what you guys do. I hope you like what we do. Like I said, it's a network. You might not like every show, but there's going to be stuff you like. I promise you. I promise there's going to be stuff you like, stuff you're going to want to get behind.
Well, again, not to be too explicit about it, but this week is the anniversary of Sergey Brin and Larry Page starting up a little internet company. So, hey, who knows? This is a good week to start an internet company. You never know.
I'm telling you. One more shot for you guys. I had a blast. I'm looking forward to the future. And hell, man, just you guys keep doing what you do. I love it.
It's good. It was wonderful meeting you, by the way. And I want to once I have time. I'm drunk. Never mind. We will connect. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's your job.
You guys don't know.
I mean, Norm.
Indeed.
You guys don't know, but I'm getting a little jacked. I'm getting a little goosebumps. I'm feeling it. This has been fun. I think there's good things coming for all involved.
I do. I think there's a synergy there. A quick shout out to our D-Live fans, our big Lucky Lemon winners tonight: Bad Zoot, Peggy Dancer, TL Spud, Amethyst Cat, and Magatic. Got the big lemon payouts tonight. We appreciate it, and we are going to let the scratchings go over there on the Pilled. The scratchings is going to be a big deal tonight, so you're going to want to get those for sure, because we got a giant scratchings. There's probably going to be 10s, 20s, 30s of those coming tonight.
Yeah, keep clicking. Just keep
scratchings.
clicking. Yeah,
just keep clicking. They're going to come and come and come.
Thank you, Golden Chris. by the way. We didn't even have Zosu, but Golden Crisp. Oh my God! Thank
I
you.
appreciate everybody that gets behind what people like you guys, people like the people on that network do.
Wow.
Admus Cat won.
Yeah, who has ever seen 71 gold pills in a single scratch?
God.
Wow.
Jackpot.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Thank you, Golden Crisp. You are. Yeah.
Oh, look at me. I got 23.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I got.
Silverline 121.
I got
Came in
38, but yeah, Golden Crisp. I will have Kitty call you.
Yeah, 38. Look at you go.
I will have Kitty call you. I know you guys have had
Golden Crisp, thank you so much. You are an absolute saint, my dear. You really just helped us out a great deal. That gives Cosmic a little bit more potential to expand the studio even more, because with the new YouTube gig now that with Monster Comic Network,
he said monster.
I did say monster. I'm sorry.
Monster.
For shame.
Well, Monster is a good cheese, though.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, it's a bigger brand than mine. I don't mind being associated with it at all. You know, yeah, we love you guys, man. This has been a blast. Batman, you know what's up.
I do. Madness Comic Network. Check them out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, ring that freaking bell, and catch us every Sunday night here, Cozy AF with 3BeerMen, now on Madness Network, Madness Comic Network.
And we're also, if you're on one of them Twitter people, you don't do Facebook, everything we do is on Twitter at Madness Comic. So you can find us there as well, you know.
And do not forget to check out Christy, our dear girl. Hey, Christy, I'm shouting you out, whether you're watching us now or watching this in replay.
Oh, she's
I'm
still
shouting
watching.
you out.
She's still watching, I promise.
Much love, girl. I'm sorry I bailed on you last week. My bad. I swear I forgot completely. I wound up going out to dinner with my girlfriend. I finally started driving after 3.5 weeks of recovery from neck surgery.
Was that the night I was on the show?
Yes. Yes. Dude, I just got out of the hospital. You were on the show, and then that was Tuesday night. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Tuesday night was a surgery. Wednesday, I was in recovery. Thursday was my first day home, and you were on the show, and I couldn't be there.
Yeah. Hey, I had a blast with Christy, and I did promise her to come back when you're there. Okay, so you know,
absolutely.
I'll be back soon. You know.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to stick around for the episode where we cut off the mustache. I will be cutting it off for a little bit.
I don't know. I keep tripping at it, and it's like I want it to. What's that guy's name? Pai Mei. I want to just let these things.
It's called the Fu Manchu.
Yeah,
I've had Fu Manchus. Starts into the Hulk Hogan, and then it goes from the Hulk Hogan into the Fu Manchu.
Well, you know, Pai Mei on the what is it? The bride, you know, the Uma Thurman one where she's the samurai chick. Why am I blanking on this?
Oh my God.
Her teacher, Pai Mei, has some super, her teacher has that super long mustache, but no beard. Yes. Right?
Right.
I'm thinking about that, man. Just that those long.
I called it up.
Wasn't that guy that fixated himself in the
You're talking about Keith Carradine, yes.
Yeah.
Keith Carradine. He supposedly hung himself while he was trying to perform autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, that's not who I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about.
No, I know. You're talking about Uma Thurman's character.
Yeah.
Her trainer.
Her sensei was Pai Mei, and that old dude with the white hair and the long white mustache.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That dude. Man.
Yeah.
And he still looks like that to this day.
Oh, does he really?
Well, he did if he's still alive. Last pictures I've seen him in, or last movies he's been in, everything. He's got that long, I mean, that's like 7-8 inches below his chin, his mustache hanging down there. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's cool. That's freaking cool. That's awesome.
You guys
a
got to
big
kick me out
bopper,
because I could talk all night long. I'm
yeah.
telling
No,
you.
that's okay.
Like
I'm
a
waiting to see.
mustache.
I'll be
hanging
honest.
down as a
We're
wiggly
stalling
wobble.
for Zoso Dude to go live
Yeah.
because we want to
So
send a raid over to Zoso Dude's
Okay.
show as soon as
we can
as
chat
soon as
until
he
he
goes
pops
live,
live.
and he's not
Yeah,
live
you guys
yet.
got-
So keep
you
talking, guys.
definitely, you guys definitely got to get me on pinned so I can get involved in what you got going on over
Pilled,
there. for
not pinned,
sure.
but yeah.
Pilled. I'm sorry. Yeah, pilled. I definitely want to get over there. I want to interact with all those people too.
Did you hear about Hugo and Kim? I heard they got pinned. Okay, bye Birdie. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I was in that play in high school.
Go ahead, get me because I'm 4 shots in. Go ahead, I'll allow it.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, I'm just I'm drunker. Yeah, I've had beers, so cheers.
Oh, dude, look.
But we got to talk at some point because I have an idea for a show and somebody else wants to come on and do a show with me, but I don't know if I have time. But
the whole thing is that the great thing about once we go to Roku, there's no weekly schedule anymore. You send me an episode, we upload it to the channel. We go out on YouTube and everywhere, and we tell everybody, hey, we just uploaded a new episode of blah, blah, blah to the Roku channel. But it doesn't have to be scheduled like this unless we do the live. If we do some live shows, that's great. I would prefer that people have stuff that they want to put behind the paywall and make themselves a little money. You know what I mean? This is about helping people make money, man. The times are rough.
I'm
They've
not
been
worried
rough for about 4 freaking years now.
I'm not worried about money, but I do want to entertain and help.
Yeah. I mean, look, a lot of the people that create independent comics don't have money. They don't. They're out here and they wouldn't be doing crowdfunding campaigns if they could just fund their own publishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like they need our help, man, and they got good stuff. Some really good stuff. You pay any attention to, if you go join the Madness Comic Network right now and you just go look at Monday Madness, just that one playlist, over 200 episodes of us doing nothing but promoting independent creators and their projects. Nothing but. That's all that show is about, is bringing people out and saying, look what this dude's got going on. And a lot of times they're new people. Nobody knows who they are. We're trying to get them seen. That's our whole mission, is trying to help people make money, man. You know? So by all means, get involved in what we're doing. We're going to get involved in what you're doing. You're going to see more of us over there on Pilled. You're going to see us everywhere else that you guys are at. Stay tuned. You're going to see us there too.
Cool. But
Very cool.
Right.
Looking forward to that.
I think before we go any further, I think that's a really good point to end the show, because Zoso Dude just went live and I just set a raid. So whenever our stream ends, we're going to send the 47 people who are still watching us over on Pilled over Zoso Dude's way. So I think we should all say goodnight, everyone.
Hey, hold up, Cosmic. Tell them in your raid. Tell them, Pop says hi. Stay tuned. We'll be there soon.
Indeed. All right.
There you go.
All right.
All right. So, Hawk, you got a book out. Go ahead, Hawk. Say goodnight, brother.
Yeah, I got to fly the coop. So we hope we were entertaining. We hope you join us in this mission to really revamp what has become American entertainment in all its forms. That's really what we're doing. We're making this anew. We're getting away from Hollyweird. We're getting away from the mainstream media, because these people were producing news, we're producing shows, we're producing games, everything. So we're part of this, you know. This is really a cultural revolution. Some of it, we are keeping our old values, but we're gonna move ahead to the future and leave the stuff we don't need behind. Squawk one out.
One thing I wanted to say, I dropped a little link over there in that private chat, Cosmic. You mentioned good stuff, and when people talk about friends of mine and people that I know, I like to reciprocate and talk about them just for a minute. I dropped a link in the private chat. If you would share that on the Pilled so that people can see the type of talent, that good stuff that his daughter, that his wife, that these other people have that go beyond comics and stuff like that. I did a spoken word song, right? I did a spoken word poem, basically. And they took it totally to the next level. It's like way better than anything I could have ever done. Drop that link over there in Pilled. Make sure people can go check that out. And that's our Rumble channel. You can check this out there too.
Very cool. Very cool. Norm, you want to say goodnight?
Enjoy your beer. Enjoy it. Don't
abuse it. Don't abuse it. Enjoy it.
Don't get to the effect. I say that at the end of all my streams on YouTube in the past, but enjoy your beer.
Yes.
Cheers.
Enjoy it.
Cheers.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, my favorite, I got to tell you, my favorite first private brewing company. There's a place in Cave Creek, Arizona, and dude has a beer called Crazy Ed's Chili Beer. And there's a chili in every bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little spicy, and I love that stuff. It's my favorite beer, I ain't gonna lie. So because we're on 3BeerMen, there you go. That's Pop's recommendation for your home brewed.
All right.
Wow.
Chili beer. We will add it to the list.
Crazy Ed.
I couldn't
get out of here after that. It's a dog win one.
I couldn't finish this stone chili beer I had. But yeah. Cheers, guys.
All right. Cosmic, you're up, brother.
All right. I just want to say goodnight, everyone. It has been a great show. Thanks for coming, Pops. And hope to see you guys all next week.
All right. Thank you very much. Guys, this has been fun. Pops, a blast. I'm glad I finally got to sit down and chat with you. We did actually once before. I was in on one of the Madness shows with Christy one night with Doc. We were on with Doc. Yeah, so I was on that show. And now that I'm gaining my momentum and I'm getting my strength back after the surgery, we're going to be doing more stuff. And I would love to be doing more stuff with you and your crew. I want to get on that Friggin' Figures channel. I'd love to have chats with those guys because I can show off the customs I've done. I found them, dig some more out. And how I created, so yeah, I created a bunch of Batman lines that I got very little recognition for, but I got paid in toys. I got a shit ton of toys from the companies. They sent me caseloads of stuff for my design work. Yeah, so I've got a lot of early 92, 93, 94 animated Batman figures, the originals, Harley Quinn up the wazoo, like. Now McFarlane came out with his version of them and he made them 8 inches tall and they're absolutely beautiful. And I'd love to sit down and talk with the guys on the show about that kind of stuff. I would have a blast doing that.
Definitely. Look, they have a show tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if they have a guest, but Dustin was watching. If he's still watching, we'll get you either this week or next week. We'll get you out there on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Look, make sure you get my phone number from Cosmac Grandpa and text me first, and we'll definitely keep in touch. But I do want to say thank you, everybody. We do have to close out the show because we got to send everybody and raid over on Zoso Dude's channel. So much love from Batman. I am Bruce Q. Wayne for 3BeerMen. God bless you all for coming out tonight. Mwah! Thank you for joining us, and catch us on Madness Comic Network next weekend. Same beer time, same beer channel. 7 o'clock Big Apple time, 4 o'clock Avocado time, Sundays here on Foxhole as well.
Sunday.
It's a much rally. Cosmic, roll the outro, brother, and send us over. time to call a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
Move 'em on. Hit 'em up. Hit 'em up.
Move 'em on.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Rawhide. Cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in.
Ride 'em in.
Cut 'em out.
Cut 'em out. Ride 'em in. Rawhide.
Let's get the hell out of here.